Hey y'all, really quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and briefly describe all the items that you need and all the things that you need in order to get this basket done. Now, I'm not going to talk throughout the whole duration of the video because it is self-explanatory to where you can switch through parts in order to figure out what you need to do in order to get, the same type of basket. Now, it is around 4 feet 2 inches. My daughter is the same height, which if you look towards the end, there's a picture of her standing next to the basket. So it is a life-size basket. Now, the whole thing that makes it a life-size basket, is basically a board. You have to get a plywood board. It's some sort of plywood board that we had purchased from Home Depot. Here it is here. Or you can get it from Lowe's, whatever store that you have near you, and it's cheap. It's roughly around like $6 we spent on the board. Now, when you go to put the toys and everything like that on the board, you don't want the board to show. Even if you put a lot of toys on it, you don't want the backboard to show. This is why I'm Mod Podging on some paper, so you can get any type of paper that you have laying around, like gift wrapping paper and stuff like that to make the background good. So that's what I did for that. So of course, like I just said, you're gonna need Mod Podge, you're gonna need scissors, you're gonna need the plywood board. Of course, you're gonna need three packs of Easter filler paper that goes in the grass. You're also going to need some craft spray glue for the grass. You're going to need a newspaper. So whatever your local newspaper or whatever, you're going to need some newspaper to fill the basket. Also, of course, you're going to need the supplies, your toys, and things like that. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and also saran wrap. I'm sorry. You're going to need saran wrap because there's no shrink wrap that's big enough that's going to wrap it. So you're going to need to wrap it with saran wrap. And as you can see here, I'm stuffing the bottom with newspaper and covering the top with grass paper because, of course, you don't want to just use a whole bunch of grass paper because that costs more. The whole part of this is basically to do something, less that looks like it costs more than what it does. So, I didn't really spend too much on this whole entire project. I want to say with everything, the entire project was probably around, roughly, I want to say $50 to $60. $50 to $60. Probably a lot less than that. It was just that I had to go out and buy other supplies. Like, say, for instance, you are going to need, if you decide to take on this project, you are going to need a jigsaw, which is a type of saw that cuts in circular motion because Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever your, furniture store, home goods store, whatever it is, they don't cut in circular motion. So just keep that in mind. So basically we had to go out and look for one, and we noticed Walmart was too expensive. So we finally found one actually through our local Facebook marketplace. So you could try to do that as well. I've seen that they have some in pawn shops. So if you do try to do that, and with the jigsaw, you could do a lot of stuff. I see a lot of people do a lot of projects, make Mickey Mouses for birthday parties and everything like that. So yes, you are going to need that. Oh, very important. I already had this basket. So at the bottom, if you're looking right now, at the bottom, my husband just put it back. There's going to be 2 slits, one on the right side, one on the left side. It's very important that you put the slits in and line it up towards the basket. That's the only way that's going to stay on the basket. Other than that, like, it's too huge, to just sit on the basket by itself. You have to put those slits, obviously on the left side if you're looking at it. We did go ahead and break it by accident. But on the right side, you can still see that slit. And what I did was I put the hot glue to hold it up as well. Now, I would recommend my slits, I feel like wasn't deep enough. And I feel like it could have went down a little bit more. So I would recommend you go up probably at least more of an inch to a half an inch. Don't put as much grass paper as I did, and put less newspaper in order for it to go down in there more so it is more secure and stays up more. And basically, that's pretty much it. Like I said, the rest of the video is self-explanatory. I hope you guys enjoy watching. Go ahead and share this video. Sharing, like I always say, sharing is caring. Like. And go ahead and subscribe if you can. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Happy Easter.
If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote upon me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip, always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right, but when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow.
Really quickly, I forgot to add in this part. I know I said I'm going to stop talking, but I have to tell you, explain to this part. You have to move really, really fast because, of course, as you know, the hot glue dries up and you need lots of it if you have big, bulky toys. So make sure you buy a pack of hot glue. You're going to need at least, well, I use one pack, but just to be safe side, get at least 2 packs, and then make sure you have your hot glue gun. Everything is going to be linked down in the description that you would need. As far as like the fabric and little toys and things like that, I went ahead and taped those on. It was much, smarter for me to tape those on than to hot glue those on. So like how you see the little blanket that she would like, I taped that on. So make sure don't hot glue anything that has to do with fabric or clothing that you're going to give your child, because that's not going to be a good look. It's going to stay there. But anyways, again, go ahead and enjoy the video. I'm out. Peace.
Switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote upon me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip, always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right, but when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote upon me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip. Always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. Trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. If you love me just like you say you do, don't kill the good vibe. If you kill him, you're gonna kill us too. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote upon me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip. Always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote up on me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Will you take me on a trip? Always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind. Cause something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're going different directions. Let's go where we were, when no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. If you love me just like you say you do, if you kill him, you're gonna kill us too. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote up on me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Will you take me on a trip? Always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stared, the way you wrote upon me, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the